This is an Alliance podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Coaching Podcast, soccer podcast for us, by us. Talk about the intersection of like soccer. Got your boy here, Grego here. Got your boy here, TK on the ones and twos. Got Coach Tony down here. And we are joined finally by ladies. It's Women's History Month, and we ain't had a woman all month, but we got to go ahead and change that. Back on the scene with the gangster lean, Adrianna Carter. What is going on with you?
Hey, good evening. I'm just excited to be back on here. I love working with you guys. It's always so much fun. I love your content. So thanks for having me on here.
And we got some real shit to talk about this week, and I think your perspective is definitely necessary for that conversation. Of course, a lot of stuff is happening here in Atlanta. Streets got real hot the past couple of days. Over actually not that far from where we do a lot of business. Over by Lindbergh. I finally saw Tony over the weekend. Like, it's been over a whole year.
Dude, that hit me. I forgot how I was like, damn, it's been over a year since we saw each other in person.
Yeah. And
almost dog.
Yeah, we gave a little dap. Yeah, we're good. Like I said, like I posted on Twitter, like the kids were playing at a soccer station. Nature's healing, like slowly but surely. Nature is healing, but a lot of shit happened not that far from that spot on Tuesday, and we definitely want to touch on that this week. And there's a little bit of soccer to talk about it as well, and we're getting all that. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us on YouTube, on your favorite podcast apps, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, all that shit. Like, we're everywhere. And of course, we actually got some. Of course, for those of y'all who have forgotten, Adrianna is a Liverpool supporter. For some reason. But she's
definitely the reason. So
on the other side of the Carter family, is they like the Liverpool and the Carter family.
She's not celebrating reunions anymore,
But actually, let's get up on that real quick, because because it's one thing when we talk about it, as people who don't support Liverpool. But like this 2021, like everything was going right, even after losing Van Dijk, and then like slowly but surely the wheels just started to fall off. Like, how's it been going for you guys this calendar year? Because like it's been ups and downs like crazy.
I guess when Klopp came, it was like the first time we really big success. I mean, I remember so many other years. I mean, we can always bring up the slip and things like that. Like, for a long time, I really equated my Liverpool fandom with an Atlanta fandom, because it was just like Redbirds who let me down the last minute. And so I think having that perspective, maybe also being an Atlanta sports fan as well. We won Champions League, we won Premier League all in the last 2-3 years. I mean, this is a really weird season. There's been a ton of injuries. I mean, look what happened to Van Dijk. Then just everything else. We lost Jota for a bit. The front three, just everything went wrong. So it's kind of like, well, whatever. Like, maybe it's just because we won recently. Maybe it's because that perspective of mine know that everything's a cycle. What goes up must come down. Man, you went down. Now you guys are coming back up, unfortunately. But again, just having that perspective, I think I can roll with it. I don't get too upset. I know they'll get healthy. I want a top 4 spot. That's the ideal. But if not, maybe we'll just have some kind of glorious European night at Anfield type run, win Champions League, be back next year, and finish 7th. Who knows? But I'm here for that.
What's on your mind, Tony?
I love how you started that statement and recognizing the parallel between an Atlanta fan and being a Liverpool fan. I think that is
actually very accurate.
Spot on. But where you lost me is when you were talking about how we were down. I'm just saying we were like, if you want to say the Redbirds and Falcons and everything, then we're like the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? We just had a dynasty for so long while y'all was, chilling on the 3-yard line and can't punch and choke and everything like that. You know, we just had our dynasty going for so long. And so, you know, we're like the Patriots if you want to go with that. You know, we have Belichick as a coach, you know, which is Sir Alex. You know, I mean, that's a good parallel. I like that parallel that you picked out. We can go with that.
And Chelsea is like the Eagles, maybe.
Yeah, you know, I want you actually have an accurate statement.
It might be like, you know, the Packers or something like that. Yeah, you know, they lose.
I'll take that, I guess. What up? What's going with you, TK?
Nothing, man. Just another beautiful, beautiful week. Just hanging out. Not too much enjoying the rain, but yeah, man. Just ready to kind of get into it, dive on some of these topics.
Yeah, your boys. It was a bit of a go today against Atletico. Bit of a go.
I don't want to gloat for the beginning of the show, but it was beautiful, man. We played some, I would say, with intent, and that was nice to see because there was like good team football happening, and you know the ingredients have been on the field for the whole season. It's just a matter of putting them all together and everyone reading from the same book, phrase, you know, all that. And to boot, we were missing Silva, Mount, you know, so it was like it's good to see. It's good to see.
Cool. But yeah, it's been a little while since we've recorded. Of course, the last episode that we had, we shout out to Yogi Engineer of River City 93, talking about Dwight York and Andy Cole. A lot of stuff has happened in that time, and let's catch up a bit on everything that's been going on. Of course, Champions League was today. Chelsea Atletico played. Bayern beat Lazio, but of course we're about to go into the quarterfinals, and there is no Ronaldo, no Messi. It's like a whole new world because, like, for pretty much the last 15 years, it's basically like, hey, which one's going to happen? Which one's going to go this year? And like now, it's like we really just might be, you know, done. Like this, because PSG didn't choke against Barcelona for once, so like it just feels foreign. Like how are you guys thinking about this? Like we might be seeing the actual end of a massively dominant era.
I mean, I think we are surprised by the icons that are not going to be in this Elite Eight, basically. But I guess the thing that I wish would have happened was that it's not really like a Cinderella story anymore. You know, I mean, yeah, it was in. But, you know, I was kind of hoping that Atalanta would, you know, had done something differently. You know, they kind of bowed out. Of course, you know, they lost some key talents last year or so. But I wish there was kind of like that story. You know, these are still, you know, marquee names. You know, PSG, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Madrid, and Porto. I mean, those are all top tier teams every year. And so I was just kind of hoping there was going to be that kind of feel good story that crept in. But I guess the feel good story is that we are seeing this kind of change in the guard, that you're seeing, you know, Mbappe, you're seeing Haaland come in. You know, I think youngsters are showing that they are able to compete at a high level consistently and play with the best consistently. And so I guess that is the feel good story. But I guess my main thing is that I was kind of hoping there was going to be kind of that dark horse team that really, I guess Porto might be that.
Yeah.
But, you know, some would say Liverpool right now, you know, because
honestly, the dark horse is really Man City because they're clinical at failing when it comes to Champions League. And it doesn't matter how good their team is, honestly. I think they're the dark horse because they should have won. Now.
And the same could be said about PSG as well, too. They're known for
absolutely.
I don't know, though. Man City, just because of their owners and everything like that, I just I always hope they fail. I actually hate them more than like Man U. I mean, again, that's a biased, supporter thing. But I just human rights violations and everything that comes up behind it is just very. So I still hope they get denied that. Just kind of know it piss off their owners.
She gets it because it's like it's just something about it. It's like it feels like it's like back in the aughts to OOs or whatever. Like people probably had that same feeling about Chelsea, but it's like it's different with Man City. It's like you just feel the lack of ethical behavior, both back home and also with what they do as a club. Of course, they have their technicals all over the world, even here in MLS with the NYCFC, and of course they got their own level of shit going on as well. And it's like, like there's really not much to like about Man City. Like at least and like it's funny because like the people that I know that happen to be Man City fans, it's just like they remember when Man City basically sucked. And I think even they see that, like, the fans that have come on since then, they're not the same fans. They're basically like you just caught on because they got hot when you got into soccer, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely know the recent bandwagon people for us, and it's interesting. Like that time period too. I feel like they have some foreign players that are big Leicester fans just because of that season too. No, but I think what's also, if we talk about the culture as well, kind of sad that we saw two of our key, for the culture American edition bow out. No Weston McKennie, Juan flicks going on anymore. No Serginho Dest. Kind of sad to see that move on to the next stage, but we still got Captain America representing the U.S. Of course, I know that, but I mean,
Mega P.
We can say Zach Steffen. We can say Steffen, right?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Ish. No.
Another appearance. We'll throw him back in the ring.
I mean, we might see him in the League Cup final. Of course, I don't know when the League Cup final is, but yeah, it's definitely just weird to see like no Messi, no Ronaldo. Of course, Messi just I think he just like tied with Xavi with the most appearances with Barcelona. He's still cranking them out, so it's just a matter of like the next time we might see Messi in the Champions League, he might be in a new kit. He might be in a new kit elsewhere, whether it be PSG, Man City. Like we haven't really gotten into that just yet, but like what if this is it for Messi at in the Champions League at Barcelona?
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
More power.
I mean, but I wonder if there's Vegas odds on that too. That'll be cool to see.
Oh yeah, of course. Bet365's got
B-Win, Win.
I gotta keep those odds out.
I was gonna say, I don't know what the odds are.
It's this day and age of sports, and especially with soccer, is the fact that like although he's been forever connected with the club, Barca, you still gotta think that there's no way someone could spend like their whole career at just one club. It's just like unheard of. It would be cool, but I don't know. I mean, Slippy G. You know what I'm saying?
Hey! He just won the league up in Scotland with Rangers. Like,
yeah. What did you say at that very moment? Because then we can cross over and get an opinion from our Liverpool fan here.
I said that it's only a matter of time before he takes over Liverpool.
Start the clock. Because
I mean, like, it's hard for me to really predict that, just to be totally sure. Because I feel like Klopp himself has had a tough year on his own, just not just with the team, but of course personally, losing his mom and everything. And I'm like, it would not shock me at all if they said, you know what, I'm gonna take a year off, get my mind right, get my chicken in order, and be like, hey, the great one has returned home, and it's like it wouldn't have shocked me, but what you got?
I don't really think so. If you know like Klopp's personality, as nice as he is and all his hugs, he likes to win. He's very competitive. You can see he's a very cerebral type of coach. And I think in some ways he probably is a person who does like to lose himself in his work when he's feeling a certain type of way. Now, obviously there's limits that people can take emotionally, but it's just something you've seen with Klopp time and time again when you read his interviews and the way that FSG really supports Klopp, the way they went after him, the way they've pretty much given him anything he wants. He wanted a new training center at Melwood. He got it. He wanted like changes in the contracts. He got it. They've really backed Klopp 100%. And I don't think you take one of the best managers in the world who has an off season and then completely throw him to the side. Do I think, is the road being paved for Steven Gerrard to eventually probably come to Liverpool? Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a possibility. It's going to happen, but it wouldn't be until Klopp himself decides that he is ready to go. And he just signed a 4-year contract. So I don't really see anyone going anytime soon.
Now there is one wrinkle that came up while we were gone. No, he already said he's not going to do it. So, but Jogi Low, he's finally stepping down from the German national team after the Euros. And of course, as soon as that happened, they were like, "Oh, it's gotta be Klopp, And they're like, "Nah." And honestly, I don't blame him because honestly, I think that from everything I'm not the Bundesliga Germany expert, but at least everything that I've read, they are very buttoned down. Like they are, they're up here with it. And so like, I think that with the way that he approaches the game, I think that he's probably too against the grain for them to be the national team head coach. Now, you take a guy like Tuchel, I think he could probably do it, but even him, I see a guy like Flick, who is Jogi Low's number 2 with the national team. He going over to Bayern and basically having success with them right away. Personally, I would think that he'd be basically a perfect fit, just given that he knows basically the layout there. But there's so many top coaches in Germany right now that there's really no. I don't think that's a true odds-on favorite right now because, to be honest, German coaches are taking over.
I mean, Bundesliga is definitely proven itself as far as, the top tier, top 5 is definitely a top 5 league. That's for sure. Maybe top 3. It might be,
I say this. I mean, as long as Bayern's Bayern, you kind of have to.
Absolutely is, bro. You can't say mixed with the talent and from the players and the coaches combined. You can't.
So we're going. All right. I mean, honestly, I think y'all are saying Premier League.
Duh.
Are we saying La Liga?
According to Sergio Ramos, yes.
Are we saying that? I see some.
See, it used to be, but La Liga now, I mean, you do. Ronaldo's gone. Messi's probably, like you said, probably gonna be a new kit next year. But you still have like Atletico. I mean, you still have some parity going on. I mean, as long as Real Madrid has money, and they will, you can't really ever count them out either.
Yeah. I mean, they were able to handle things yesterday. Like, sidebar real quick.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. In the Champions League quarterfinals, you have 1 French team, right? 2 German, 3 British, and 1 Spanish, and 1 Portuguese.
Yeah, like and usually we're used to seeing like multiple teams from Spain. Like this is actually a down year for them because the Villa's got in the Europa League. They lost. She made it to the knockout stage and like, hold up, we can't just win the Europa League. We can't do that anymore. Can't do that.
Are we having an official for the culture seal of approval that German League Bundesliga is number 2 as far as clubs? I mean,
Maybe this season.
Yeah, maybe this season.
Here's how you calculate that. If you had to, like, Mortal Kombat, Marvel versus Capcom, La Liga versus Bundesliga, who comes out on top? Don't jump all at once.
I'm thinking.
I mean, hey.
Because I always have to look at, like, obviously you have your top two teams in each that are pretty dominant in each league. Really what I look at is the parity, what the bottom half is looking like.
We could talk about, Arsenal and Spurs, how they're basically like they're mid-table these days.
Right. But I think that's, again, let's see, where's Chelsea in the table? Chelsea's 3, right? Liverpool's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They're down there.
We're like 7 now, but I don't have something. I'm just like,
So, Liverpool's a mid-level club. We're saying it's a mid-table club.
Yeah.
And
they're top 10. They're top 10.
They're top half. They're top half.
I'm sorry, Adrianna. I just got to throw these.
I can say, as I said, this season's a little bit weird season. Like I said, you see it even in La Liga. I would still say La Liga is number 2 historically, or maybe even number 1 historically if you want to look at just pure success, just because of the dominance of Real Madrid and Barcelona. But I think this season Bundesliga is coming up. I'd be curious to see if that maintains. I do think there's more parity overall in Bundesliga compared to La Liga. Like talking about the mid-table teams, lower level teams, I feel like there is more parity. And German coaches have been really successful. Like I said, you're seeing that kind of era being rushed in of German coaches. So, like I said, I think you have to monitor the situation.
We're going to evaluate. We're going to park it, and we'll evaluate later.
Yeah, because this is just we've gone through a COVID era. We have a weird schedule. Injuries abound. We just have to see.
Okay. All right, so everything's asterisks right now. Maybe we'll follow up in a year from now, 2022. Around this time, we'll see how things are looking. How about that? We'll do that.
Okay. Just round up the last 4 years at Liverpool.
Basically. But no,
is the stigma of your success. Brendan Rodgers is a beating pulse of success. I can't even remember who was before that. Rafa, the fucking waiter.
It was Rafa, I believe.
Rafa didn't. No, we're missing Kenny. Yeah, Kenny came back.
Douglas. And
then
Rafa.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
again, coming back home. He was coming back home.
I mean, sometimes you can always come back home, but I do think that sooner rather than later, Stevie G is going to make his way back. Just a matter of, I mean, like you said there, John, like, right, all things considered, Klopp is basically can write his own ticket as long as he can, because the run that he's had the last couple of years, you really can't touch it, So it's basically it's his call, but yeah, that's just a matter of wait and see. But
I just think it's really funny that we have TK calling out another team about someone slipping. Last time checked, there was a certain Champions League and someone slipped. But,
we made it to the final, bro.
Like a lot of teams made it to the final.
Okay, yeah, PSG made it to the final. Fair point, Grego. Fair point, Grego. However, I'd like to point out to you, my good sir, is that you would have lost if he wouldn't have slipped.
Are we really doing this?
Hey, Grego, are we really doing this?
We can always do this. We always got confidence.
All right.
But you know what? I
always got the smoke. I always got the smoke. Don't fuck with me on the smoke.
But in the moment of truth, who slipped? your captain slipped.
That's all I gotta say. All right. Yep. So anyway,
yo, I like that shirt that you got that you're rocking right now, Tony. Kingdom of Samuna. I have not watched Coming to America yet. Is there anything that I should look out for other than Tiana Taylor?
I mean, it's interesting. There's so much harsh criticism going over the movie. I didn't have high expectations to do with it, before, and so I've been a fan of it. It's arguably my favorite movie. The original is probably, my favorite movie next to White Man Can't Jump, probably. I would say that, going into it, I knew that it's not going to be the same. And if you have the expectation it's going to be the same and continue, then it's a lost cause. You won't be satisfied. There's millions of cameos in it. There's a lot of recalls of certain characters from the first. The only thing I was really, truly disappointed in was the end of the credit joke. At the end of the credits of the first one, he's like,
Taste the soup. Taste the soup.
His joke it was like garbage. So that's the only thing I was disappointed in. As far as everything else, it was also like a ceremonial type of thing. Like it was kind of paying homage to a movie that's been around for 30 years now or whatever. I think I'm okay with it. I wasn't really expecting it to be like better than the first. The only movies that are maybe I got on TV right now, the Rocky series, and so that's
Hey woman, I want to come over back to my apartment.
Aim is the prediction.
So nah, man. We'll take a quick break, pause for the cause, hopefully pay a bill. We're gonna bring it home for a quick break and talk to Adrianna about the shit going on here in Atlanta, and and we'll wrap up with the outro. Stick with us, all that jazz. We're back. And we're back. Appreciate you guys hanging in with us. Next week, on next week's show, something that we've been, much to Tony's consternation, we're actually going to be talking to the national team. We got Donald Wine and Crystal Quadra, both of the American Outlaws. Of course, we got national team friendlies coming up. We got Olympic qualifiers coming up. So a lot of big shit happening with the national team. And we're going to talk to Donald and Crystal to talk about that. Still in a couple of weeks, we got the kit review episode. All the kits came out this season for MLS. And that's the first week of April. And then the week after that will actually be season preview. So a lot of good stuff is coming up soon and whatnot. But yeah, let's slow it down real quick because, of course, for those of you guys that been watching the news and all that, a lot of big stuff happened here in Atlanta. We had a shooting over on Piedmont over in the Lindbergh area. It was 8 people killed.
Yeah, and it was also in Kennesaw.
Oh, wow.
Canton, I thought as well. Yeah, it started up in Canton, I thought.
Yeah.
And basically, you had a white guy, 21 years old, basically target massage parlors. And, I've been trying to wrap my head around it, just today, because if you follow the socials, of course, you see down here on our ticker, Stop Asian Hate. It's hard to, not say that it's possibly racially motivated. But for those of y'all that don't know, Adrianna is a massage therapist. That's her regular 9 to 5. And, it's for what you told me this morning, it kind of just left me kind of just like, and like just kind of give us your perspective as far as like what life of a massage therapist is, especially because it sounds like it's just grabby and
So one of the reasons why I wanted to come on is I kind of want to talk about too just the massage industry as a whole and kind of paint a bigger picture of what happened here in Atlanta. So first, I am a massage therapist. Actually, my office is about 10 minutes from where one of the shootings actually occurred. And I want to talk about just the sexual harassment that happens for women in general, especially in massage, and the reasons for that. So number one, Atlanta, I don't know if you guys know, is the number one city for sex trafficking here in the U.S. A lot of that is due to the airport itself, just because it's the world's busiest airport. It's very easy to get people in and out. And so it's quite a large issue, and you see it reflected in kind of the attitudes towards massage therapists because you do have a lot of illegitimate parlors. In fact, there was a board that came in. This was actually done in New York, not Atlanta, but they went through a lot of these like illicit massage parlors that you see. They're often listed on things like rub maps. And they found that about 50% of those parlors that were illegal were actually covers for sex trafficking. And majority of those women tend to be Asian women, typically of Southeast Asian descent. So a lot of Vietnamese, Cambodians, Thai women, especially, but it can be all types of women, all types of races. That just does seem to be the predominant trend. And so what you see here, and I can just speak from my own experience, I have been harassed in many different ways through text messaging. It doesn't really matter the race or the ethnicity of the client. In my own experience, I've had all types. And I had an old Asian man ask me to be a sugar daddy. I've had an old white man show me a video of him masturbating after he came out of the massage and told me that's what he was doing while he was cleaning up. I actually cried after that one. It was really bad. I had a Latino client push me against the wall and try to kiss me. I had to duck underneath and escape. I actually stopped doing out calls precisely because every time I did out calls, it was some kind of situation. So I've gotten to the point now I'm in grad school part-time. I shut down my schedule a lot. And so I only see my regular clients now. And my life has been significantly better since I started seeing just regular clients because it was something I dealt with day in, day out. And I didn't realize how much I had internalized a lot of it until it stopped. And it mostly stopped due to COVID, right? When it started back up, I started screening my clients. But it's been kind of a hard thing because I do massage to help heal people. And I'm having trouble with words because it's been so frustrating. It's something I've dealt with. And now my little sister is starting massage. My mom, I actually started the business with my mom. She's also a massage therapist. She taught me a lot of the stuff. And she told me a lot about this when I started, that this was going to be an issue and how to kind of talk to clients and deal with it because it is a very scary situation to go into by yourself. But now my little sister's starting massage and it does suck to have to tell her the same things that my mom told me, which is, how to screen these clients, how to make sure they don't bother you. It doesn't matter what your storefront looks like. It doesn't matter if you have a legitimate business or not legitimate business. This is something that happens a lot of times, and it really comes down to just how we treat sex work in general. And that's what I really think is a lot of the main issue going on here. When you look at what happened in Atlanta, it's hard to know whether it was a race crime or not, though I think if you look at it on its surface, it's hard to deny that there probably is not that component. But what you're seeing is it's still the same thing. It's really violence towards women, plus you have the fetishization of Asian women, plus you have the sex trafficking on top of that. And you're really seeing that these issues are all very intertwined. And the solution to them, I think, is not just to be don't be racist, don't harass women. Let's actually look at these structures in place that are allowing this to happen. Because I think if we actually legalize sex work, we could protect the people who want to do it and also protect the people who don't want to do it. People like me who are a regular massage therapist. I got a massage this weekend, and me and the therapist talked about all the creepy dudes that we've had experience and how we've had to deal with them. And then if you have these systems in place too, you can limit the things like the sex trafficking. You can actually protect the women, and you can protect the women from clients like this man because this man, they said, went to these several massage parlors. He targeted them because he went to them often. So I would not be surprised if he went into these parlors, harassed these women. Someone said no to him at some point if he continues to escalate. And now he gets angry, he gets upset, and he targets those people. And I think, like I said, I think there's a women component. There's just so much that we have to unpack to really get to a real solution so that people are safe.
The sheriff in Cherokee County said he had just had a bad day.
That made me so mad because it's just like you're putting people like me, women, because most massage therapists are women. And I'll be honest, part of that is because women don't care if a woman massages them, but men do not want men to massage them. It's just typically how it is. And again, you can point to that being part of the issues with our culture in general, right? Because men typically don't do as well as massage therapists because of that. You have to do as well as women are constantly put in situations where they're fighting off unwanted advantages because we don't have a place where prostitution is legal, sex work is legal, things can be done in a clean and safe manner.
Yeah. When you told me that the conversations you had with your sister, and it's like, who goes into a profession just knowing that, there's a high chance that, you might get harassed, possibly assaulted. And basically you can now say that, like, what you kind of educated me on earlier was that the level of threat just to your safety and your livelihood, that's regular. And I kind of figured, there probably just that level of creepiness that's just there because, again, you have largely attractive women that, you're in an intimate environment where men and women get massages, and you're just like, you don't think that people would take it that far, but when you just have bad days, you kind of run into that. But it just there's a lot. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was curious just to know is there any type of when you talk about the kind of like the two lanes this falls into as far as whether it's a massage parlor or you're doing it just for massage therapy purposes, are there regulatory entities that are as far as to protect massage therapists in that regard? Or
there's not much to protect us. This was actually an issue for a while. When my mom first opened our business in DeKalb County, one of the things they required my mom to do as a massage therapist was to submit like an STD test. Like legitimate people, to do massage, you have to do a massage license. It takes about 6 months to a year to fully go through the training to actually be licensed to touch somebody. And I know my mom first into the business, she went through that training, and that was one of the first things when she got the business license was, oh, you need to submit an STD test. And she was like, what? So even the county assumes that we're doing sex work. And so, like I said, all I really want is the system in place where massage is very healing. And even happy ending massages can be very healing. If that's what they want and you need a sexual release, that's pretty normal. I'm not going to say it's not, but we need the system in place where the people who want that and the people who want to provide those things can get them, and that we can actually let massage itself also not be a cover for sex work. Massage, I've been able to fix people's shoulders who've been frozen from scar tissue and damage by working with them, people who were going to have surgery if this didn't get fixed. But it's a beautiful modality that's just been kind of used a certain way, has interpreted a certain way, and it's been to the detriment of literally everybody.
Damn.
Well,
it's a real shit. It's an absolutely real shit, and, of course, we know countless people in the Asian community here in Atlanta. We connect with people all over the country, the pain is definitely felt, just like, how things were for us last year. We definitely, just want to make sure that just stop killing people, period. Just, Black, Asian, Hispanic, white, just stop fucking killing everybody. Like it should not be that hard. Just go about your business, and everybody should be fine. But like it's weird because I see all the statements, and I was just like, I feel like a more personal connection can be made, and reaching out and whatnot. Definitely to all the people affected, both directly and indirectly. We definitely give our condolences and just healing. Like it's a tough go. It's hard enough as it is, but to turn things up a little more positively and everything. You get your stimmy yet, Tony?
Bro, what? See, now you're giving me some. I'm getting tension right now, man. You just asked me. I just got this knot that just came up real quick off of that, man.
But you got your stimmy yet?
Did I not answer the question?
No, your shoulder kind of answered the question for you, but man. We over here,
Y'all living it up. I know y'all buying microphones, shoes, y'all buying franchises. I'm over here still wearing the same shoes from 2008. All right.
Don't talk to me about buying shoes, bro. Come on.
So I gotta buy these kids' shoes.
Exactly, man.
Try buying size 15 shoes. I can find child shoes.
Her shoes are fly. You know what I'm saying? Her shoe game clean though. Her shoe game is.
Make sure you pass those down to me when you're done.
Oh, you can't. I got a bag of clothes ready for you to go, man.
Hey, I gotta come down. My bad. We gotta break bread. We'll do that.
Oh, can we announce it yet? Like at some point, probably in May, the games getting back together because the vaccine's about to start. Coming around. In Georgia, Kemp's finally acting right with the vaccine. Yeah, like
As for the rural part of Georgia, get your vaccine. I don't care,
dude. Like I tried doing it. Tried scheduling the vaccine appointment yesterday and today. And it's like you got like drive out to like Columbus, Macon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Savannah. It's like
they're like Bon Air, Georgia. Where?
And part of me just like, okay, like what time it's gonna be good. It's gonna be sufficient enough for me to make it out of Atlanta into Georgia and make it back safely. Because I don't do Georgia like that. Like I basically do Atlanta.
even that plug that I hit you guys with on Saturday. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it doesn't really matter now. There was hundreds of people canceled in Southwest Atlanta or
I saw that. Yeah.
Southeast Atlanta for the J&J shot at like a church or something. And so basically a friend of mine sent me a text message. He went and got the J&J shot. Another friend of mine waited 3 hours in line, but got the shot. Had about 24 hours of a flu. That's all they wrote.
Damn. Well, Friday. It's coming up this Friday. I'm good. Yeah. I'm at the Georgia International Convention Center right down the street. So,
is it Moderna or two shots?
It's Moderna. It's a Moderna one.
That's the one that causes the worst side effects. Second dose.
People.
The truth, man. The truth is.
Hey, I got everything on a budget right now. Even my shots come on a budget.
Man, at least you don't have to drive far for it. At least you have to do that. But yeah, like I'm hoping that hopefully by the time the season starts, I got my vaccination. I would like to just do the Johnson & Johnson, that one-headed quota. But we'll see what's out there. But we're not going to tell y'all to get vaccinated. But go get vaccinated.
Oh no, my dress fell. Hold on. Y'all can't be looking at
make sure
be looking at all my baby gifts. Right, hold on.
Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube so you can see this.
Right there.
We're gonna paste all of our social medias. Go ahead, do that, Grego.
Actually, what we can do while TK is getting dressed, we'll hype up the store. Because like I said, if you got your stimmy, spend a little bit of that on us. We got new name sets, new shirts, new hats. The hoodies are gone, but it's just warm. That's all. But we still got the Legends t-shirts. Actually, there's one that I've been wanting to talk about for a minute, and so we have a new player with Liga called Matchup Chal. For those of y'all who are Pokemon fans, there's a Pokemon called Matchup as well, and so basically. Like I said, I'll probably show it off probably on next week's show, but basically you have we're going to integrate the Matcha Pokemon into the set. So like I said, we're getting real creative this year. So stay tuned for that next week. Like I said, next week we got Mr. Karadra and Donald Wine. And but yes, of course you can go to you see Tony, who is so kind to show us his Crystal Dunn name set from FTCUTD.shopify.com from the Portland Thorns. So we've been very creative, this year so far. So if you got some ideas that you want to do, so we can make it happen. So, but yeah, we looking forward to that. Looking forward to, like I said, getting the gang back together all in one spot. And this is gonna be like trap 3 technically, because I'm moving to a bigger spot, so we can together, because the original frat house, I want to use that forever. But
it's my forever house. It ain't gotta be your forever. This is my forever house. All right, you know what I'm saying? You can put money in on this. All right, you might got your stimmy. You might be living big and large now and everything. Some of us gotta stay within our budget.
But yeah, anything you want to plug? Anything you got going on, Adrianna?
No, I mean basically,
Adrianna, not you.
My bad, Los Santos. My bad.
Anything you want to plug? Anything you got going on?
No, I have nothing going on right now. I'm in the process of launching a new business, but I don't have any information for you guys on that yet. So.
Okay. Well, definitely keep us in a loop on that. Let's roll up into real quick. Actually, I'm gonna kick this one off this week because
I'm gonna plug real quick on Stella. That's a baby bottle. I'm plugging you, Greg. I'm plugging our boy Chris. Thanks for the libations, as he says.
Yeah. So we got the very nice package from Chris. A couple more talks to come. So hopefully we got a big announcement on that in the next few weeks on that. Like I said, a lot of stuff is coming for FTC, and we can't wait to share that with you guys in the next couple of weeks and everything. But yeah, I'm going to kick this one off. I got 2 ups real quick. First up is Georgetown, Big East champs. For those of y'all who don't know, Patrick Ewing, former Knicks legend, former Georgetown legend, is now head coach of the Hoyas. Basically took a team that was 500 and won 4 straight nights to win the Big East tournament. Kicked a few teams out of the tournament, and this is their first championship since 2007. Of course, we talked about it last year. Their legendary coach, John Thompson, passed away back in August. So it's definitely been an emotional year for that team and that program as a whole. And definitely, it's good to see them back on top. I know we haven't really talked about Michigan all episode, Tony, but I just need to know one thing. Was Juwan about to really go throw that on Friday?
Hey, man, listen here, man. Don't listen to anybody from the south side of Chicago, bro. Why are you pressing this gangster? I don't know why you want to do that. All right? Don't worry about that, man. We good. Yeah, I said this last couple episodes, we good. I don't know why y'all keep stressing.
Congrats, y'all got a 1 seed.
Saying we're going to be the first number 1 seed to fall. That's all right. Keep talking. That's all right. All right, keep talking.
But yeah, congrats on the number one seed. Y'all, you got that. So like, matter of fact, I'll tell you something. We have yet. We're actually doing the 30 challenge again this year. Like we will send the link out on all of our socials. The link for the group will be open until Sunday. So you basically got through the first round to join our group. It's through ESPN. Yeah, like winner of the tournament will get a free shirt and other sort of gifts from the culture shop at FTCUTD.myshopify.com. But I know y'all lost your guy in the semis. Y'all lost those guys down south.
What?
You lost those guys down south.
What you talking about, bro?
The team down there.
Man, please. All right, yeah, we ain't worried about it. Main thing is we lost Livers. High score. We good. We good still, man. I ain't worried about it.
Famous last words.
I ain't worried about it. I'm a little worried, y'all. I'm a little worried. I ain't finished my bracket.
It was like 2 weeks ago, you were like, bring it on. We'll take off.
And then we got Georgetown in our bracket. Man, God, man.
No chance. DJ Khaled, not Drake.
Okay, that's why I shave my beard. I'm stressed.
Fuck, I got too many grades.
Too many grades coming through, man.
Oh, God. But my second up, this past weekend, the Grammys. Beyonce. She became the most awarded female artist of all time at the Grammys.
Is there any doubt on that? I mean,
I don't keep count. So it's like you don't realize after a while they stay winning awards because most people don't really have that type of longevity to where you accumulate that many Grammys year after year after year. Because think about it, Destiny's Child and then her work as a solo artist. You're talking about almost a good coming up on 25 years now. Around that time, so she's been in the game for a hot minute. She won Best Rap Performance with Megan Thee Stallion, and two Houston girls. So shout out to the H-Time, but yeah. Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. I'm gonna just put it to you like this: if that first single is any indication, I need all of our intro music to basically be Silk Sonic going forward. Because I love Leave the Door Open. I love that song. I've been jamming to that basically for the past 2. Yeah, easily. They even made that ugly ass brown polyester suit look pimp. Not too many people can do that. Not too many people can. So. And but yeah, shout out to them, shout out to Beyonce, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, and also people losing their shit over her performance with Cardi B. I mean, what can you do? Because clearly, especially after what's happened this week, clearly people can't handle sexy shit. They can't handle it. So.
Grego.
They can't handle But
I missed that. Can you do that again? I missed
that. For my downs, one of my favorite boxers, Marvin Hagler, passed away over the weekend at 66. It's I don't follow as much boxing as I used to, but I was definitely more 80s and 90s type of guy. But Marvin Hagler was my guy. For those of you who never saw him fight, I think that you could basically call him a boxer's boxer, because he fought every fight was basically he was angry and just fought, but still with so much control. It's the passion that he put into every punch, every blow. And he got robbed against Sugar Ray. If I could make a perfect box, at least in my opinion, a lot of it would be based off of Marvin Hagler. Like basically after that fight with Sugar Ray Leonard, like he basically said, I'm done. Because he basically got robbed. And like that was for those of y'all who haven't, like, go watch it on YouTube. It was I don't think there was another fight like that until probably Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao. Anything kind of close to that, but Marvin Hagler is awesome fighter. And then just if I can leave you guys with anything this week, just make sure your health is in check, because it's definitely hard to get old. Hard work to get old. So now that I got a little bit of money in my pocket, try to go to Dr. Moore, make sure I'm good and everything. Take care of your mentals, take care of all of this, because you never know how much time you got, and hopefully if you can prolong this.
Your stimulus check came in, right?
I got my stimulus check, yeah. But yeah, listen, make sure that you you're stupid. But yeah, this
Robin season.
Yo, Atlanta's about to start filming season 3 and 4, so can't wait for that. But that's really all I got. TK, what you got, man?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. I know I had. Whoa, shit. Hold on now. Looking forward to what is it? Formula One comes back next week. First race of the season. I believe it starts in Bahrain. So, yeah, let's get back to it. Hope to see more black excellence. Lewis Hamilton, of course, being the only black driver. But yeah, I'm in it for the speed. I like that shit, so I'm looking forward to that. It's definitely an up for me. Also, if you're looking to get into Formula One racing, Netflix has a great series, and they are releasing season 3 on Friday, I believe. So 2 more days, and you can check that out. You can check out season 1 and 2 now if you're interested in that kind of thing. Also, another up. Actually, let me break it up. Down here locally in the state of Georgia, like literally, they introduced it earlier today. The Republicans, they're at it again with the voting stuff and trying to. Another like massive, we're talking big double capital S's, y'all. Massive bill on restricting voting rights. So, just make sure you stay woke, essentially, to all this, and go out there and voice, call your senators, call your local congressmen and representatives, and make sure that you let them know how you feel and that you don't want your voting eligibility rights to be restricted and it to become harder for you to do something like send in an absentee ballot, which is something I do, considering I vote from the other side of the state. But anyway, we're going to go back up. This beautiful mic here you see is is brand new. I participated in this company's called Aston Microphones. They're from the UK. They had they took like 4,000 people's input, and we listen to sound samples and do all this, like listening, and give our feedback and input. And then they created a microphone based on the feedback and input that we gave. And so this is the result of basically like 18 months. So this is going on for a good bit. So yeah, it's finally here. I hope I sound glorious tonight. If I don't, let me know.
You sound godlike.
Privately, let me know.
A microphone that's based on feedback.
Yes. Haha. Swag is here, ladies and gentlemen. Swag has arrived. Insert the bullhorn effect. And my last down. I don't know if I have a last down. I don't know. I'm just going to maybe do another up. The Winter Soldier comes out pretty soon, too. So
yeah, Friday.
Hey, more content. There you go. So maybe, we had some kind of devastating things happen here locally in Atlanta. But people are getting their stimmy, so there's a lot of ups and downs in people's individual lives. So I wish people the best. Maybe find some good television to watch, chill out, and kick it.
Coach. Oh, you Adrianna? Okay. Let's go and do that.
Wasn't prepared. I guess up is St. Patrick's Day today, which means I do my favorite ritual, which is go watch Leprechaun video. You can only do that once a year.
I'm the leprechaun.
Oh, y'all see Leprechaun say, eh.
I'm the leprechaun. You can't do it?
Is anybody wearing green outside of Tony? I can see his screen.
I got green.
Yeah, she got green.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. There's a little, like, is that slate gray?
It's
like the United Away kit. Like, you can't tell if it's green or gray or black.
Is that dirty military green? Anyway, continue.
But yeah, I guess the down, obviously the things that are happening, the power structures that are affecting both women and minorities that continue to be exploited. Just, it's been hard being in this country. Being a minority as a whole in the last year in this country has been very difficult. Being the children of immigrants, just even the amount of history that I have learned in the last year. And it's just, this is like another incident where it's exhausting. That's a real downer. So I'll try to think of an up real quick. Up, they're filming season 2 of Ted Lasso, which is, I think, the biggest ups you can get, which means merchandise is coming soon. So I'll have an AMC.
I'm highly jealous of all the celebrities that are getting gift boxes with jerseys and everything. I'm like, they should have already had that lined up when the show starts again. We got AFC Richmond jerseys out on sale. Did y'all see the MLS EMLS jerseys that came out? Those are actually kind of sweet.
They're kind of dope. I think they're dope.
They're okay. Dope is a little far in my opinion.
Okay, all right.
You have your opinion. Do that. That's fine.
No, I mean, dope is like the Kobe Bryant picture jersey that we posted.
Yeah.
Bryant kit, that's dope. The MLS ones, they're flirting with it. They're flirting with dopeness.
I'll take that.
That's the best one I've seen ever.
Yeah. I'll take that. So you got Adrianna? That's all you got?
Oh, Adrianna?
Yeah.
I don't ever want to end on our down. That's terrible.
No, that's cool. Like I said, sometimes you gotta stay positive. I stay positive. Hey, that's.
I don't know. I'll do something positive instead. Let me see. Yeah. I'm going to the beach this weekend. I'm gonna get fucked up. Yay!
Hell yeah. What beach? What beach?
It's a Desto Beach. It's one of our friends' beach house, but it's really close to Charleston. So we're gonna get barbecue. I'm really excited. I watch Chef's Table. I've seen Ronnie Scott's barbecue episode, and it's incredible. If you guys haven't seen it, you should, because he's one of the best black pitmasters in the U.S. He's one of the best pitmasters, period. But he pioneered whole hog Carolina barbecue. So I am visiting his restaurant in Charleston. Unfortunately, not his original roadside stand, but that's on my list. I'm also going to stop by Congaree, which is South Carolina. It's in the heart of Gullah country, so I'm hoping to get some Gullah cuisine as well while I'm out that way. We'll have to see if I can find it. So COVID times are weird.
Hey, sometimes getting fucked up is the best way to get by. So more power to that. So just be safe out there in them streets. Oh, bring it home, chat.
I'm actually going to start with the down. I only got one down, and I think it's just echoed as throughout everybody's been saying tonight is the fact that, our city is crazy, being a child of the city. And, for the 80s, there was always the moniker of where a city is too busy to hate. But yet, and still, we got too much hate going on right now. And it's sad to see, this, something like this happen. And so, that it was definitely a wake up call, everything of what's been going on. You're like, shit, dang, we got a lot of shit to do, a lot of work to do. We got, a black senator, a black VP, and all that stuff. What, you know, we still are, you know, we take 4 steps forward, but we take 2 steps back type of thing. So, it's sad to see this happen. You know, I hate saying this phrase, you know, our hearts and our prayers and our condolences, but it still needs to be said as far as, you know, what's going out to, you know, the families that were impacted by this. And for it to be, you know, just senseless and mindless and ruthless. And so, you know, that's the part that's got me down. But, you know me, trying to keep things positive, right? So, all right, first off, I want to steal yours, Grego. Positive is seeing Silk Sonic. You know, Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak. I'm a big Anderson .Paak fan, and obviously I'm a big Bruno Mars. Actually, my daughter is a huge Bruno Mars fan, so, you know, I guess it's the perfect combination right there. And so, obviously that single came out a couple weeks ago and everything. And I've been jamming to it too. I've been playing it probably like 200-300 times on repeat.
Also, shout out to their Little Richard tribute during the show. Like, that's a really good pairing. And
like, if you follow them on socials, like, they're definitely like broing it up. Like, they are like straight bro mode. They drinking out the flask the whole time and having a good time. And I'm like, I need to party with them for sure. I mean, I can't party as hard as Bruno Mars.
Just one time, please. Just one time.
I can't party as hard as Bruno Mars. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard waking up in a freshly pressed suit.
But, you know, I definitely would want to hang out with them for one night. But that performance was iconic in the sense of, you know, the production was even 70s style. You know, the relays that they did and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, that was awesome. And then my cousin Adrianna brought it up. You know, today is St. Patty's Day. So I gotta give it, you know, to someone that we haven't really recognized. And y'all are gonna laugh at me this, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Mr. Darren Randolph, black goalkeeper for the Irish national team. That's right. Black Irishman. That's right. You know, I'm about to send y'all down a damn rabbit hole with this. There's a lot of black Irishmen out there. There's a lot of black Irish players. And there's a huge Nigerian influx in Ireland. And so do your research. I support my black Irish soccer players. You know what I'm saying? Grego, get that on the socials ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Support a black Irish player.
Support your black Irish and support your new ads and swags.
Exactly. And then my
Stop
last. All right, so I got to end on a swag note. All right. So, you know, last time we spoke, I told y'all about Memphis' first game, right? Playing soccer. Her second game. Here's another highlight. I need to start recording this stuff. You know, we have Sports Center highlights each week of this. So the other team didn't show up because of COVID. All right.
What an excuse.
That's weak. I mean, they were scared because they knew Memphis was on the field. That's why.
Is she going to be a winger or she ain't goal? We're not coming.
Wait for it. So we did, you know, a parents versus players game. So, you know, I'm out there, of course. I let a little kid be a keeper, so I played a little left back role. I got my Patrice Ever mode on. Don't be mad. Don't be jealous.
Tell us more, please.
All right. So, you know, I was playing with the kids, messing around, doing tricks on them, everything. Hit up dude on the wing. Gets the wing. Memphis in goal now. He comes up the wing. He toe balls it, thinking that, you know, it's going to mess with it. But you know how if you toe ball it, it's like a knuckleball. You have no idea where it's going to go. You don't know what kind of speed, direction, all that stuff. It flies off his toe quickly. Memphis got down, collapsed save, pushed her around the post, corner kick. I was like, that's my
baby. Come here, girl. Yeah, I bet you ran it all the way across the field. You're like Allison.
Seriously, yes. I was like, come here,
Did Tony just run 80 yards? Tony just ran 80
like
yards.
20 yards. It's U6, man.
Oh. Y'all playing side to side.
So that was proud dad moment. And, me and her mom still argue about if she's going to be a goalkeeper. I was like, girl, don't worry. When you're with me, you'll do goalkeeper training.
You got the signs. You got the signs on her.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you got?
That is all I got for right now.
Word. Again, just look out for each other out here. It's hard enough as it is. Hopefully, everyone that's getting the STEMI, enjoy that shit. Spend it well on your bills and those that you love, and be careful in these streets because the vaccine ain't got to everybody just yet. But yeah, that's really all we got. I don't know if it was a particularly long episode, but I think it was still important to have either way. Thanks to Adrianna for coming on. For those of y'all who aren't already subscribed to us on YouTube, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me just on Twitter at Adrianna. I think the little handle is down the bottom. I don't use Instagram. I have a Facebook, but I don't even bother. So
yeah.
Just follow me on Twitter if you want really bad puns, rants about tacos, and some occasional sports content.
Here for tacos.
Yeah.
And the empanadas.
Oh my gosh. I actually am going, don't laugh, I'm going to go to the Lake Crusette outlet store because I want one of those Dutch ovens so I can deep fry my own empanadas. I got the masa. I just got to get that and it's going to happen. I have a whole book. In fact, I'll show you something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love it. It's passion when we get up out of the frame to grab something.
You got to see this.
You got to see this. Look at this.
The handheld pies of Latin America.
All right,
so of every different type of style across Latin America.
All right, so our YouTube audience can see this, but read off the title for our podcast audience.
Empanadas, the handheld pies of Latin America. And so what's really great about it is it has every single type of empanada separated by filling, and then across 5 different regions. So there's the Brazilian cassava plantain empanadas. There's my favorite, the Venezuelan Colombian empanadas, and of course there's Mexican Guatemala, which is they all use different masa. I'm just really excited to do them all.
You guys how big her smile is talking about this. You just she is all the way. She is all teeth right now.
You send me some of those Colombian ones though, please.
Okay, definitely. Also, if you do want really good Colombian empanadas in Atlanta, though, Malu's Empanadas, she's based in Alpharetta, but she pretty much delivers anywhere in the city.
Oh, okay.
They're my favorite. So on Instagram, it's just literally Malus, MALUS, _ empanadas. Those are your best, probably in Atlanta, I would say.
So,
okay. Done, son.
Over here in Northwest Atlanta, we got Lolitas. We just be hitting this is more of a dessert.
Ooh.
Okay.
I had
audience, that's coming from a Nwad. Whatever a Nwad means. So not really.
But if you still fuck with Atlanta, but you're north of the wall.
Oh God, I did not miss being up there. But yeah, of course, as always, you can catch your boys on the social at FTC. Should I try that one again? I feel we need a soprano.
I was expecting him to set the pick. I thought he was going to set the pick. I was going to come off the pick, come off the screen and, go to the bucket. But.
Are you a soprano, Adrian, or an alto?
I don't know. I don't really see people.
You could be a mezzo alto if you just want to hang out in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Whatever it is, I'm stealing the mic. I'm just letting y'all know.
I always want to steal the damn mic. Let's try this one more time. Guys on the social at FTC. Adrianna, get up in this.
What am I supposed to do?
One job. Adrianna, you have one job. Yeah, one job. Yeah, one job, man. One job, man.
Okay, what do you want me to do exactly? Just say FTC?
Do you say UTD?
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Good job, man.
You guys on the social at FTC.
UTD.
Well, do it loud.
Y'all wonder why I drink.
This is where my white side hat comes in. I'm just clearly just bad at this.
But yes, it's on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Again, on the culture site, if you use the promo code STEMI, you can get 20% off on all your orders. So make sure you get those orders in as quickly as possible. Again, the season is coming up pretty soon, so get your shit in as soon as possible so we can get it out to you. But again, take care of each other out here in the streets. Be safe out there. It's always something. So take care of yourself and each other. But until then, until then, for TK, for Tony, for Adrianna, I'm trying to get my points right.
Backwards.
Yeah. The culture's real. The culture's everywhere. Stay safe out here. We'll see y'all soon. We out.